All right, so you have the Four of Swords, which is rest, recuperation, exhaustion. This is needing to get off your feet. This is needing to, really, take heed and kind of getting out of your own headspace. So right off the bat, if you're single, this is telling me some of you are not dating, not thinking about dating. Maybe you're just focusing on yourself right now. Or you've met a few people, maybe one or two, that you're thinking could possibly lead to some sort of exclusivity. But again, the Four of Swords is all about resting, recuperating, some sort of, needing to recover from something. So if you're single, either you've been dating people, it hasn't been working out, or you're, and so you've taken a rest right now, or you're just focusing on yourself, nothing wrong with that. And you're kind of like, I'm not really interested in getting back out there right now, but eventually you will. Now, if you're looking to reconcile, this is very similar. It's also recuperation, but I feel like maybe this is a break you guys needed to take. So for some of you, this break is a lot, it just happened. It's a lot more new. It's a new break. Some of you were like, all right, we just need to cut ties because we're arguing, there's fighting, there's thing that we're just not getting along right now. So for some of you, it really is like recuperating is necessary because there was a big blow. There could have been infidelity. There could have just been fighting and you're like, I'm done. I can't deal with this anymore. I'm literally exhausted and we need a break from each other. The next card you have is your current position coming into the month, and you have Justice, which is Libra's card. This could be a Libra you're dealing with now. A lot of people associate justice with marriage. So that's very interesting there. If you're single, that tells me that some of you have been looking for marriage, or that is a big accomplishment. That's maybe the end goal for you. Others, maybe not so much marriage, but just being in an exclusive relationship. You have an intention here and you're kind of going, okay, well, like I'm not looking for friends with benefits. I'm not looking for, an XYZ situation that is drama, etc. If you're single, you're going, no, like I want something very specific here. I want something that is very meaningful for me. But at the same time, you're like not willing to settle for something less than the best. So this is very much weighing the pros and cons. This is very much saying, okay, I know what I'm looking for. I know what I want. And therefore I know what it takes to get it. Again, you could be dealing with a Libra. What I find interesting is the marriage card, because I do feel like a lot of you may be going, okay, I'm sitting this month out, or maybe you've been sitting the past month or two out. But the reason is because you're looking for marriage. You're looking for something serious and you're going, okay, I may just need to take a step back. I'm obviously not finding what I'm looking for right now. And therefore, it will come, and I know it will come, but it takes time. And again, you're not willing to sacrifice yourself for it. And you may have had somebody come in recently that was interested in dating you, and you're kind of weighing those pros and cons, or you're kind of weighing like, what exactly is going on here? What do they want from me? What do I see happening with them? But I think for the majority of you, you're just taking time off going, I don't have time for any bull crap, etc. I just feel like you're very in the zone of, this is an absolute for me right now. I would love to meet somebody, but I'm just not sure how I'm going to go about it, or, what could possibly be out there for me. Not in a negative, like I feel sorry for myself way, but more of it's not the right time. And you can kind of feel right now that maybe it's not divine timing for you. Now, on the flip side, some of you could be, like I said, with that card, resting, coming to a period where you're like, all right, I've narrowed it down to one or two people, and I absolutely see one of those people as somebody that I would marry. If you're looking to reconcile, this could be that you were in a marriage, you're still in a marriage, you're not divorced or anything, you're just taking a break, taking time off. But for you, this is also about cause and effect. So somebody definitely did something. This is a morality card. So somebody did something that was against your values, or against what you thought your values were, or what your values were as a couple. And that's why you needed to step back. Or it could be you. You could have done something that, devalued your relationship and what was the expectation. But it could also be that maybe you're done with this person and you want to find somebody else to marry, or maybe they want to find somebody else to marry. Again, the Justice card being about marriage and being forever is very interesting as your first card coming in, especially if you're looking to reconcile, because there's lots of scenarios and I'm not going to go over all of them, but I feel feel like you want to marry somebody, but I don't necessarily know that you want to marry the person you're with. All right. The next card you have is how you're feeling. See, and that's interesting. You have the Six of Swords. The Six of Swords is leaving a situation. It's abandonment. It's retreating. It's kind of waving the white flag and saying, okay, I'm done for right now. If you're single, I definitely feel like, and again, this is internal, but I definitely feel like some of you are going, nope, I've had enough. Like, I'm done. We are clearing the slate. December is my month. Whether you're here in the US for the holidays, whether you're in other countries where it's now summer, etc. Like, this is you going, I have had it up to here. I am resting, recuperating. Maybe some of you are going to find yourself plopped on a beach somewhere going, I don't give a frick about, I have to say frick because my son, yeah, he dropped the F-bomb the other day and that was not good. So now we're saying frick. All right. Now, if you're looking to reconcile, this is definitely, you want to leave a situation. If you haven't left it, you do. It's very interesting. Some of you already know that you want to be completely done with this person, and maybe you've already met somebody else. You're just not sure how to go about it, or vice versa. Maybe they've left the situation and now you're finally going, okay, I see what road you're taking. I'm leaving this situation, but somebody's definitely leaving, and it may actually be for good because, again, this is an absolute card. If I feel like, Virgo, this is generally you though. I don't feel like this is the other person. I feel like this is you going, I can't be with you anymore. I can't, like, you guys, and I feel like it's recent. Like I said, with this Four of Swords, I feel like this is something recent. And now you're going, no, you know what? This may be the best thing for us is to just be done. Whether you left them or they left you, you're just kind of like, yeah, I've got to cut ties here. And like I said, some of you may already, this could be a long time coming, and you may already have other prospects or other feelings involved with somebody else, or you just know that there's something on the horizon for you. The next card you have is your distant past over the past 5-10 years, could be throughout childhood, and you have the moon. You could be dealing with Pisces, which is a water sign. All right. I always read this card together, whether you're single or looking to reconcile, because this generally means that this is somebody that, whether you're single or looking to reconcile, that you need to be cautious of repeating patterns, or you need to take heed in good things and bring those into the now, right? But Pisces is kind of a shady card. And I hate to say that about Pisces, but if you ask a lot of readers, they're going to say the same thing. This card is about fear, but it's also about paranoia, and it's about illusions. So this is saying at some point, Virgo, whether you're single or looking to reconcile, you were in a relationship that was like, you had no clue what the heck was going on. You had no clue they were, it's really weird, laundering money just came into my mind. Something big like drugs or alcohol. You had no idea that they were this hard in. Maybe some of them are in jail, or I hate to say dead. It also could relate back to childhood. Like I said, like one of your parents was completely aloof, and either mom or dad came in and said, I met somebody, I'm in love with somebody, and like your whole family was broken up. And I hate to say that, it makes me sick to my stomach. It really does make me cringe inside. And right now my stomach is like a ball of knots. But this moon is saying, look, you know, you've had some times in life where things didn't, like you felt like the wool was pulled over your eyes. You can't let this affect your relationships going forward. And I know you have some interesting cards coming in here, but this is kind of like, if you can see what's really going on, whether you're single or looking to reconcile, you need to actually pay attention to what's going on. Don't be paranoid about something that's not there. But at the same time, if somebody is telling you exactly who they are, pay attention to that. If they're doing exactly what you're fearful of, but then they're telling you, no, I'm not cheating, or I'm not, no, like if you know in your gut, then you know. So just be wise and pay attention. The next card you have is the immediate past, over the past few weeks, past month or so, and you have the Seven of Swords. I don't know what's going on here, Virgo, but you're definitely feeling on the defense. Some of you may be on the offense, but the Seven of Swords is about feeling like a self-defeat. It's about feeling like I should have known. If you're single, I feel like you are coming off of some sort of like, I should have known that this person was full of crap. I should have known, or like you're just feeling defeated in general, that people are just not being honest about anything, or that people are manipulative, because this card is all about some sort of strategy, some sort of manipulation or deception that then leads you to solitude, which is exactly where I feel like you are with the Four of Swords. Not in a bad way though. I almost feel like it's going to be empowering to you, that you're finally going, I'm done with the bullshit. Like if you're single, you're going, I know what I want. if I want marriage, if I want kids, if I just want somebody to spend time with, if I want somebody to adopt a dog with, if I just want somebody to go on adventures with, it doesn't matter. Now you know. And I feel like this is you kind of carrying this energy of like not paying attention to what's right in front of you, but at the same time, also maybe being self-destructive and screwing things up because you're over fearful because of situations you've seen before. And you're like, hell no, I'm not getting in those situations myself. So this could be self-defeat, or it could be defeated by another person. If you're single, I definitely feel like you've had some time to think about it and you're going, nope. All right. Now, if you're looking to reconcile, this person, I feel like came again and manipulated or deceived you, or you them, Virgo. I'm not saying that you guys did, but for some of you, this is you being in that mind space. This is you knowing that maybe this isn't good for you, or maybe like trying to get back with somebody that you know you shouldn't, because you have other things going on. So it's really weird. I feel like this could be you like thinking or reminiscing about somebody but you're already with somebody else, or they are with somebody else, and you're going, I'm thinking about them and I really shouldn't because they're taken. Because for whatever reason, this manipulation goes back and forth. I feel like it could be you, it could be them. Majority of you, I feel like it's you, or I feel like it's them, which is weird. I just said you. So maybe there's a lot more going on than meets the eye. But for a lot of you, I think it's them being manipulative. But I kind of feel like both of you have your own thing. Like this is a long-standing connection. So maybe you're dating somebody and you haven't been quite open that this other person came back in and wants to talk to you, or that you've been thinking or missing about this other person, and vice versa. They may be thinking about you and missing you, but they're not in a position to be able to do that either. For some of you, like I said, I feel like it's very recent, but I almost wonder if it's very recent contact. Not necessarily very recent relationship between you two. Because for whatever's been going on this year, Virgo, it's felt like a long-standing connection. But some of you have been moving on, or they've been moving on. But now with the holidays, it's increased the depth of connection you guys still have. Maybe it's not time to be over, but maybe neither one of you are in a very lucrative position to communicate. Hint, hint, if that makes sense. All right. The next card you have is your distant future. So over the next month or two, and you have the 8 of Wands. So this is very interesting. This is quick. This is swift movement. This is like forced movement. So if you're single, this definitely means that at some point you will be coming back into the dating game, but you're like cleaning everything up. Now, what's interesting, if you're single, you may be getting news from afar. So somebody may be coming back in. So maybe you're reading this as single when technically it's a reconciliation, because somebody that has been really manipulative with you, or somebody who's deceived you, not that I'm saying, hey, get back with somebody who was a manipulative jerk or a narcissist, but maybe you've been single for a while and this person may pop back in, even though they were deceitful, or even though there's something going on. So if you're single, you may also be having somebody come back in and say, hey, you know, it's been a while. I miss you. I'm thinking about you. If that's not the case, then this is you getting back into the dating life at some point and going, okay, I know what I'm looking for. I know what I want. I've taken the past couple weeks, past month or two off to get my ducks in a row, so to speak. And now I'm going for it. I'm just going to join the dating community again, no matter how you do it and present yourself, but you're going to do it in a way that like it's absolute. So you know exactly what it is you want. Now, if you're looking to reconcile, this is also very swift movement. So one of you is going to make a decision. Either, like I said, if there's a scenario where you're both seeing other people or one of you is committed, that's cutting off very quick, because there's a connection here between you two that may end up coming back. I don't necessarily know that people aren't going to get hurt in the midst of this, okay? To be completely honest, because for some of you, there has been communication going on. But like I said, I don't necessarily know that it's appropriate for one of you, okay? I'm not saying it's you, Virgo. It could very well be them. But for one of you, it's like the love isn't gone. The love has never been gone. You just haven't been able to get it back. You haven't been able to figure it out. You haven't been able to come to a consensus. And now it's like somebody's coming in going, I want to marry you. I love you. Or you're going to them going, I want to marry you. I love you. Like we're destined to be together. And I see it now. And all the other crap coming in and all these mixed signals and mixed messages don't matter, because this is what I want, or this is what they want. And so I don't know who's going to pull the trigger. Honestly, I feel like it's a 50-50 here, but I definitely feel like you guys are both thinking nothing will ever happen because there's other situations involved. And yet I feel like one of you or both of you are going to cut it out because maybe there's just a connection that you're starting to mature and going, look, we're just not getting rid of this. So we might as well go for it. The next card you have is your immediate future. Yeah, see? 9 of Cups. Something's going on here. Now, if you're single, 9 of Cups is a wish coming true. So like I said, I feel like a lot of you are resting, not pushing it. Maybe you're going to start dating at the end of the month. Maybe you're going to start dating but there is going to be some sort of situation that's going to make you feel much better. Again, it could be this person comes back this month and says, oh, the holidays are coming up here in the US or whatever. And I'm missing you. I'm thinking about you. And I still have this, connection for you. And it's going to be like bliss because the 9 of Cups is like a wish being granted. It is pleasure. It's, blissfulness. It's peaceful. So if you're single, there's definitely a moment here. Now, it could just be that you're at bliss and peacefulness because you're not dating at all. Like, let's be real here. You may have gone, hey, now, if you're looking to reconcile, again, I strongly believe, and some of you, this may have nothing to do with you. This may not resonate at all, but I feel like some of you who are wanting this person to come back in or they're wanting to come back in or vice versa. I feel like it's an even connection, but there's something here that is not allowing that wish to come true. But something may develop this month in December that says, hey, all right, there's still something really strong here and we only have one life to live. And I want to live that life with you. So it's very interesting. Some of you think, oh no, this person, no, it would never happen. Or they're thinking, no way, it would never happen. And there's fireworks outside right now, which is even weirder. I don't know if you can hear that, but there's literally fireworks going off outside of my house right now. I don't know what that's about. It's, like the day after Thanksgiving. I've never heard Thanksgiving fireworks or day after Thanksgiving. So anyways, and there's been snow. So sorry to interrupt, but like, how could I not mention fireworks going off in a really weird time when I'm talking about this wish coming true? So anyways, Virgo, I just wanted to let you know that if you're looking to reconcile, if you've given up hope, if this is a long time coming, there has been some sort of communication or they want to communicate with you. Like I said, because of this 4 of Swords energy, it feels like there's been a battle or there's been no communication and you've been sick about it for a long time, or they have been sick about it for a long time. And all of a sudden they've communicated with you or they're planning on it or you are. There's something coming in and I just got this really calming, very calming energy right there. So again, I don't know. Some of you are going to be like, Dr. Up, this is crazy, ridiculous, whatever. But that's how it's coming through. How could you not have all this going on and then nothing, no connection there? All right. The next card you have is anything tangible that's going to come to fruition throughout the month. Anything, it could last for a day, an hour, etc. And you have the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands is a spark. It's curiosity. It's confidence. So if you're single, you may have somebody who is all of a sudden sparked your interest or you've sparked their interest. This is about just somebody going, you seem like an interesting person. I'd like to get to know more of you. Again, some of you may not be dating at all. Maybe somebody's introducing you to somebody. Maybe you're in the grocery store, right? That old, hey, in the fruit aisle, and somebody introduces themselves. But you're definitely catching somebody's eye or they're catching yours. Again, it could be for one day this month, but that spark may be what pushes you on to believing in having that faith and love again, or that renewed hope, or that instilled wish in kind of getting what it is you want. If you're looking to reconcile, this definitely goes along with everything I'm talking about. There is some sort of spark here. There is some sort of communication. It could be the littlest of thing. It could be like a poke on Facebook, or it could be an email that just says hi. Something is going to come into your presence that is alerting you that they are still there. It could be 10 years ago, but something about this month and this card for you and all the rest of them that is saying there's something here. The connection is not broken. It's not lost. And somehow you will know it this month. The next card you have is anything you're going to feel throughout the month. It could be the beginning, middle, end. This goes very interestingly with the Justice because this is about cause and effect, and this is about risk and reward. So the 7 of Pentacles is about a risk and reward situation. This is about having to decide, assessing a situation and understanding what happens if you go to A and what happens if you go to B. Again, this is internal. So this is you as a Virgo, a Pentacle energy, always assessing a situation as you do diligently and working hard on factoring the outcome. This is you understanding, if you're single, what is the risk or reward? If I decide to go back out and date, or if I decide to, if you are talking to a few people, if I decide to narrow the playing field down and somebody else sparks my interest more than anybody else, or somebody comes from the past and they're interested in me, what is the worst case scenario? Do we really need to play worst case scenario? Do we really need to feed into that? Or can we just enjoy it? Can you just assess the situation and say, hey, he or she might be hella cool. Give him another chance. Let's see what's going on. Or, meet a new person in the grocery store, or have a friend hook you up, and just decide if you want to initiate anything with anybody, or if they initiate anything with you, will you reciprocate? Give it some thought. I mean, worst case scenario, it doesn't work out. And it's not like you have a lot of love or anything invested in this situation at this point. Now, if you're looking to reconcile, this is very serious, because I do feel like this. And like I said, for some of you, this is a long time coming. And for others of you, it's a short time coming. But like, this is for real. There's some sort of sign here, but you do have to pay attention, because this person may not have been true to you. This person may not have been true to you and then met somebody else. And maybe you've met somebody else and you're kind of going, well, I really like the person I'm with now, but I love the person who came back. What do I do? What was the situation and scenario like with this person before? And what do I foresee it? Is it going to be a repetitive pattern? Could I, ruin something I have good? Or, are they still with somebody and they're talking to me? What does that say about if we got back together? Would they be talking to other people? So this is you really kind of figuring out what is going on, what you're interested in, and what you're willing to accept. The next card you have is your hopes and fears, the outcome, and you have judgment. Judgment is about judging a situation, very similar to this. Judgment is about assessing a situation, but it's also about meditating and looking back. These are hopes and fears, so that's not the outcome. But if you're single, you're definitely looking back going, if it is somebody who's come back to talk to you, you're wondering if you're able to get over the past situations. On top of that, I feel like some of you are just judging whether it would be nice to be alone for a while, to get your feet back on the ground, to kind of feel clear the air and feel balanced again, or whether you're willing to take a chance. So I feel like a lot of you, whether this is somebody coming back or not, you're definitely strongly meditating about the situation. And meditation is different for everybody. It could be singing in the shower and making a decision over, Mariah Carey or whatever. So for all of you, it's going to be different. Now, if you're looking to reconcile, this is very similar, because I feel like some of you are in a convoluted situation. If they are with somebody and they leave that person to be with you, then what does that say about their character? And what does that say about your future with them? But if you're with somebody and they're not, and you really want to be with them, and you know that they're the person you connect with, or they're the love of your life, it's a very sticky situation. I don't feel like you could go wrong in either way. I feel like if you guys don't come back together, you're both okay, and you can move in an opposite direction. And if you do come back together, maybe it's divine timing. Maybe it's what it's supposed to be. Maybe it's supposed to be that time right now.